POTA, CQ POTA. Hey, that'll work. I need to guy these corners out, probably to keep it from pulling in, but that'll actually keep the snow off of me if it does start snowing again. So that's pretty cool. That will work. Yeah, I could tighten up these corners a little bit. Stop this from flapping, but yeah, this one's set to 52 inches. Now this one's set to 54 inches, and 54 inches is tall enough to sit in here. Actually, I measured it sitting in the chair in the house, and I need at least 48 inches to sit. Now I know Heliox makes a ground chair which is a few inches shorter, but it's not as easy to get in and out of it. I've seen people where they kind of have to kneel and flop into it, where this one I can just get up normally. So yeah, I think this would be okay. I think these walls would have to be a little bit higher, and I'd have to guide this down a little bit, but I actually think this would be a pretty good shelter. So I'm going to set up my radio, and the HamCation QSO party's going on. So I'm going to put up an antenna and see if I can make some contacts. Hopefully I can just run my coax in through one of the corners and up to this tree that's out here. But we'll see. Okay, so I have my antenna. Let me move the camera from behind that pole. So I have my antenna set up, my end fed in an inverted V. It's about, I don't know, 25 feet in the air, maybe 30. The matchbox is right here, and it goes up over the tent and back that way. It's running kind of a northwest to southeast direction. But I'm gonna play with Augie a little bit because he's going crazy, and then I'm gonna get in here, sit in here, and try to operate for a little bit and see if I can't make any contacts, either Parks on the Air or the HamCation QSO party. So we'll see what goes on, but yeah, pretty easy. November 3, Whiskey Sierra. November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra. I've got a 5 and 5 copy on you at the cage.
Copy the 5-5. I've got you to about a 5-4, 5-4 into Pennsylvania. Thanks for the contact.
Okay, copy the 5-4 into Pennsylvania, 7-3. This is W5, KZ6 on QSO.
1848. He was on 14-340.
7-3, take care. Whiskey 5, Romeo, Juliet for almost 2 hit party. QSO, QSO.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
CQ, HamCation, Whiskey 4, Charlie.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
November 3 again.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
November 3, Whiskey Uniform.
November 3, Whiskey Sugar.
Again.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra. November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
November 3, one more time.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra. November 3, Whiskey Sugar.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Roger, Roger. The name is Tom, Tango Oscar Mike. I'm in Pennsylvania, and it's 31.
This is Pat, Florida, 77. I need your name.
The name is Tom, Tango Oscar Mike.
I think I got Tom. What's the state and temperature?
Pennsylvania. The state is Pennsylvania. Papa Alpha, and it is 31, 31.
Oh, Roger, got that. Thank you. 73.
73.
This is Whiskey 1, Kilo, November, Foxtrot. Kilo, India 4, Yankee Zulu, November, clear. This is W1KNM calling CQ, OMISS QSO party, CQ, OMISS QSO party.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra, you're 5555, speed limit 55 into Georgia, QSL.
QSL, you're also 5-5 here into Pennsylvania. Thanks for the contact.
Thank you for Pennsylvania, and if you're not familiar with the OMISS net, it's OMISS.net. Join us sometime on the air, QSL.
Roger, Roger. I think I got enough numbers today.
I bet you did. So anyway, this is W1KNF clear and 73s with November 3 Whiskey Sierra.
73.
CQ for the OMISS
Another old
QSO
miss.
party,
I think you need you only need 2, and you got the website. You give them those numbers that you've made those contacts. They verify that, and you become a member of Old Miss. So I may do that. I don't think I've ever done that before. So it's something new, something else to do. You know. This is the Red Camp 10x10 rainfly, or I think it's 3 meters by 3 meters. I've had this for a while now. I did a review on it before, but I've had it for a while now, and I've used it quite a bit actually for different stuff. It's made pretty well. Reinforced stitching on all the corners. You can see there's actually extra material there as well. It's got the holes so you can use your trekking poles. The straps are good. My only complaint is that on the sides it does have these reinforced loops, but I kind of wish it had those loops, and I wish it had some extra loops at the quarter hash marks, you know, like quarter marks, just some extra loops in different configurations. It seems you need that extra loop to tie it down to get a good to get the tarp down really well. But it's been good. It's seam sealed. If you look at the seams, let me find the seam. Let's go inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but let's see. Here's the seam. If you look, it is seam sealed. The seams are taped. So they do a pretty good job of putting that together. I just took Augie inside because it's cold out, and I think his feet were finally starting to get cold on him. And I don't have anything inside here to put down for him to lay on. Here's how I anchored my end fed. I just wrapped my RG 174 coax around my snow shovel, and it goes right here, and then that goes up to a carabiner on my throw line, and the other one goes down into the snow. and I'm using my wire winder as a snow anchor, so that's working too. So I'm gonna go back in here. I have plenty of room, actually. But yeah, I need to get, I have this little Z seat. Hooked on my pack. I have the Thermarest Z seat, and I was going to buy the Thermarest pad, but everybody's out of them. And when I was looking, I noticed that Red Camp, the same people that make this tarp, makes a pad just like this. They say it's a little bit thicker, but it's still, it looks just like the Thermarest full-sized Z-Lite sleeping pad. This is too small for Augie to lay on, but if I got one of those, then maybe he could come in and lay down when he gets cold, or I could use it in the summertime to sit on, or even now to sit down on the ground if I didn't have enough height to put my chair. So it's something I'm definitely going to have to look into. Everybody seems to be out of them right now though. I mean, this is the first product, the tarp is the first product I got from Red Camp, and it is anti-rip too. It's ripstop material. You can see the small squares sewn into it for the ripstop. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. So I'm tempted to try the Red Camp foam sleeping pad. I think it's $20, $22, something like that. Just from my experience with these, it makes me want to try that pad and see. I mean, I'm not going to be sleeping out in the cold with it. I'm just looking for something that, if I got the full-length pad, I could actually double that over and put it in here, and then Augie could come in and lay down, or in a tent if he was cold. I know I'm going to get a nice thermal sleeping pad, inflatable one, if I'm really going to sleep out in the snow. But I could use that as an extra layer if I don't have Augie with me, or when it's warmer in the summertime, I could probably use that just to sleep on. So I know they're bulky, but I don't want to get an air mattress because I think Augie would pop that. I know they make dog-specific air mattresses and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. He's not really going to be out here with me that often. And by the time I get all this stuff and save up and buy all the stuff I need for winter, spring's going to be here, and I won't need any of this. So, but I'm just out having fun today. Like I said, trying out to shelter. I really do need to should guide these sides out to pull it out a little bit further, and it would give me more headroom if I did that. But I'm just making a few contacts. I want to point out that everything that I have with me today, I carried in my backpack except for the camera tripod. When I'm at home too, if you noticed, I wear this Carhartt suit that I have. It's a bib, pants, and jacket. I wouldn't wear these hiking. It's heavy, and it does restrict your movement a bit because it's so puffy. It's warm. It's definitely warm. Now I do have on the Hill People gear. This is the Recon kit bag. I do like their stuff a lot. Like I said, I almost wish I would have bought the heavy Recon bag, which is just a little thicker. I think this one is considered 1.5 inches thick, and I think that one's 2 inches thick. But what I like, a feature that I saw on that one that I like, is this just has a little zippered pouch that opens up like this. And the heavy Recon bag on their website, the zippers go down the side, so that part actually folds down like a table almost, so you can get a little bit more access to the gear instead of digging in through that little zipper on the top. Well, I hope you enjoyed me just out here playing around a little bit. This does block me from the wind, so I really wanted to see if I would have enough headroom if I set this tent up like a teepee. And now I kind of know the configuration to do it. I have to use 2 trekking poles to do it this way. And I may have to get some more tent pegs. I used 4, 5, and I have a 6th one. But I think I might actually need 7 or 8 of them. It might be worth it just to throw a couple more in there. They're really light, just so I could peg out these other areas if I did it differently. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm going to pack up and get inside here and make some dinner. Please like and subscribe. This is Tango Oscar Mike, 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike,